Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I wanted to make a video about speaking it into reality. This is a cool technique that I learned that's fun and easy to do and extremely powerful, and that I've had huge success with. So an example would be, and this was even before I knew how to consciously manifest, and it wasn't until I looked back and realized that that is exactly what I was doing. I just wasn't aware of it. So then after seeing the success of that, I decided to practice it for things that I'm trying to manifest now, and it started to work as well. So the first one was that ever since I was young, I wanted to go to Australia. My godmother had gone to Australia when she was younger, and I always looked up to her and wanted to do the things that she was doing. So I just started kind of repeating it all the time. I would be like, I would talk to anyone, I would say, yeah, I'm going to go to Australia. I'm going to Australia. Yeah, I just know I'm going to go to Australia. I kept saying this, right? But in my mind, I had no idea how I was going to get there. I didn't even think it was possible for me. Where was I going to get the money? How was I going to make it work? It seemed like something that was so unachievable at the time, but I just kept saying it. I just kept saying it. When I go to Australia, or when I'm living in Australia, or anybody I would meet, that a new person I would meet in my life, I would say, yeah, I'm going to Australia. And then one day, somebody I had just met recently, a friend, we had only just become friends, and she came up to me one day and said she was going to Australia and if I would like to come. And I just remember, it was like I was compelled. I was just yes. And afterwards, on reflection, I was just whoa, I didn't even think it through. I just was compelled to say yes. And before I knew it, I was on a plane in Australia, and it all just seemed to happen in an instant. And it was just a pure example of the universe will just compel you, or circumstances will just appear out of nowhere in ways that you cannot even imagine. I didn't even have to plan. I didn't even have to think about it. It was just appeared on my doorstep. Okay, let's go. It really felt like that. So that, for me, that was a sign of speaking it into reality. Another thing then, when I did get to Australia, as I kept saying, yeah, I'm going to do a skydive. I'm definitely going to do a skydive. And again, I kept saying it, but in my mind, I was thinking, I'm terrified to do that. There's no way I can do it. I just absolutely never thought it would be possible. So I didn't really believe I was going to do it, but I just kept saying it. And again, before I knew it, one day I was just jumping out of an airplane, and I was just how did that even happen? I don't even know how the bridge of incidents unfolded. It just did. You don't focus on the how. Just kind of getting that end result, whether it be visualization, focusing, speaking, thinking. The repetition of it and the consistency of it implants into your subconscious mind, and your brain is striving to get you there, and the universe conspires to make it happen. Literally, that's how it works. Same for the YouTube channel. I again, this was something I didn't actually think I would ever do. I always just wanted to do it because I just feel like I have so much to share, and I love talking about this sort of stuff. It just really lights me up. So I just kept saying to my husband, yeah, I'm going to start a YouTube channel. I just kept saying it, and then all of a sudden events unfolded, and here I am. I actually did it. So speaking it into reality is just speaking it out loud, has that added power. Again, it's just all these tools are bringing us into a state of laser focus. So you're aligning with that thing that you want to manifest. So there's so many different ways and methods to do this. So speaking it into existence is such an easy one. And the interesting part is you don't have to believe that it's possible for you. you just have to believe that it is possible. So it's that's even easier. Just knowing that it's possible, it's achievable. I know it can be done. I don't know if I can do it. That's enough. That is literally enough. And just keep focusing on it by speaking it into reality. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. The repetition eventually will get ingrained in your subconscious. So yeah, I think that's a really powerful method if you want to try it. A good thing to do it as well is that with my friends who are interested in like conscious creation and manifestation, or my husband, I will do like practice scenes. Like sometimes I will just say like, let's talk about how amazing and beautiful our house is going to be, like a house that we would want to buy, so we'll just talk about that. We'll have a conversation about how amazing it is. We're tuning into it, and we can talk about it like it's already happening, like it's already a reality in our now reality, like we're talking about how much we love it or the details. And as we're doing that, we're actually aligning to that frequency, and that's how you're going to manifest it. Or this is why, like even like dreaming big, this is why I always recommend go for the absolute biggest dreams that you could ever imagine. Like, don't ever cut yourself short. If you want something, don't dilute it. Just say exactly what it is that you want and assume and believe it's possible. Don't think about the details. Don't think about how. It's not our job to figure out the how. That's the universe's job. So even when you're trying to focus on the how, that's how you can trip yourself up, because you're actually cutting yourself off from millions of different ways that this thing could come into your reality, because you're just focused on one way. For example, like a lot of people try to manifest winning the lottery. And although that's completely possible, and if that's what lights you up, definitely go for it. But instead, you're actually cutting the universe off from allowing millions of different ways that money can come to you. And it can come in ways that you can't even imagine. Like, I remember manifesting money into my bank account, and I don't even know where it came from. It just appeared out of thin air. To this day, I still don't know where it came from. Money just appeared in my bank account. And it was after me practicing techniques to manifest abundance. And it's letting go of that attachment of, oh, I want to win the lottery, or I want to make money in this specific way. Instead, just focus on the feeling of receiving money. How does that feel? How does it feel? Or any example, like, how does it feel to receive what it is that you want? So you can, if you have like friends that are interested in like conscious creation and manifestation, you can practice with them. Like, you can say out loud, like, oh my God, I'm so happy and grateful that I just received $1,000. You can just speak that. It's like, speak it into reality. You can do that, just practicing it, speaking it into reality, and then letting it go. You can even practice it with something really small. Like, oh, I received a free cup of coffee today. You can just say that, even if it didn't happen, and you will end up attracting that situation to you. The feeling is one way of manifesting something, but also it's your thought, your focus. Sometimes I just write lists in the morning of like, I received a gift, I received good news, I received an exciting email. The list is endless, and I would just write out 10 things really quickly, whatever comes to my mind. And I'm not feeling it in that moment. I'm just focusing on it. It's just, I'm putting my attention on it, because what we focus on grows. So yeah, speaking it into reality, something that happened to me yesterday, which was just so spectacular. And I just said it in passing, knowing that I was going to manifest it. We were driving to the beach, and I turned around to my husband and I said, we're going to see the most spectacular sunset that we've seen since we arrived in New Zealand. And I just said it, forgot about it, and let it go. We even had no intention of staying at the beach late. Like, we had no intention. But the way that things unfolded, we both got really sucked into a conversation. The time went by. We ended up getting something to eat. And we were sitting at the beach, and all of a sudden, I just looked over and I just seen the most spectacular sunset I've seen since I got here. And I actually said that to my husband afterwards. As we were watching, I was like, wow, wasn't that the most amazing sunset we've seen since we got here? And he was laughing at me and he was like, yeah, you manifested it. But I was like, oh my God, I didn't even mean to say that. You know, it was just like, it all, the universe just conspired to happen. And I ended up saying the exact sentence I wanted to manifest without even realizing it. Like, that was unconscious. So that just happened recently, and it was just a really good example of speaking it into reality. So I really wanted to share that with you guys if you want to give it a try. The sunset was so beautiful. I'm going to put a clip at the end so you guys can see it. But for me, it was just a direct example of how speaking it into existence works. So let me know what you guys think. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and hit the bell icon so you can be notified when I bring out new videos. And until then, I'll see you on the next one. Love you guys so much.